Welcome on this tutorial. Wish all you are well. Last tutorial I have discussed about if else, else if, nested else if, etc. In this tutorial I will discuss while loop, nested while loop and do while loop. I will explain all this with different programs. Entering into the discussion, please subscribe. It will encourage me to upload more and more important tutorials. This is while loop. This is flowchart of while loop. A condition will be there under while statement. If the condition will satisfy, then inside the while loop all the statements will be executed and it will automatically return to check whether the condition is satisfied or not. If the condition is satisfied, again it will execute the statement and it will return back to check the condition. And this will continue until the condition became fail. When the condition became false or failed, then the while loop will terminate and the program will come to the end. This is the syntax of while loop. While some condition will be there. If the condition will be true, then the execution will enter into the while body and it will execute all the statements. After executing the statement, it will return back to again while loop to check whether the condition is true or false. And this loop will continue till the condition is true. When the condition will fail or false, then it will come out from the while loop. Now explaining this while loop with example. This very small program for explaining while loop, while 1. Now what will be the condition here, whether it will be true or false? We know that all positive or negative integer gives true. So this is true. So execution will enter into the body, printf learning while loop. So it will print learning while loop on the screen. Next, it will return back to check again to while loop whether the condition is true or false. It is true. So again it will print. Again it will return to check the condition. Now here the condition is not changing, it is constant and that is 1 and that is always logic true. So never this loop will terminate. This is infinite iteration loop. So what we will get when we will run this program? We will get learning while loop continuously. Now running the program. See here it is continuously running. Now it is not detectable. So what I am doing? I am entering new line. Say continuously we are getting learning while loop. Now see the program. I is a variable which is short integer type variable and initial value is I. So when the variable is declared, then a memory location will be allocated for the variable I and the initial value of I is 1. Now while condition, while -1 provides logic true because we know all the positive and negative integer gives logic 1 signal. As this is true, it enters into the body of while loop. In first instruction is printf I is equal to %d, I. So what will happen? The value of I will be printed at this position. Means we will get I is equal to first value 1. So on the screen I will get the value of I as 1. Next value of I will be incremented when this I++ will be executed. So this will be 2. Now after execution of these two statement, the execution will again return back to check the while statement whether the logic is true or false. Yes, again it is true. So again it will enter into the body and it will print the value of I. So next value is 2. Again it will increment the value of I. So the value of present situation is 3. Again it will return back to check the condition. So here the condition is not changing, it is -1, so always it is true. So this is again the infinite loop because this loop will never be terminated. So what value we will get on the screen? We will get the value which will start from 1, then it will increment 1, 2, 3 like this. How long it will be incremented, or what will be the ultimate value? If we want to know about the total outputs, then we must remember about limit circle of short integer type data. What is the limit circle of short integer type data? Say this is the limit circle of short integer type data. Here we have used short integer, means it is signed short integer. Now for the case of signed short integer type data, the total range of data is 0 to 32,767 for the case of positive integer, and for the case of negative range it will be -1 to -32,768. So the value will increase from 1, 2, 3, 4, ultimately it will reach to 32,767. The next value will be -32,768, next -32,767, ultimately it will come to -1. Next again it will start from 0 to again 32,767, and next it will start from here. So continuously we will get these values. Value will be 1, 2, 3 like this. Next ultimately we will get 32,767. Next value we will get 32,768 minus, next we will get minus 32,767. Ultimately we will get -1. The next value we will get 0. Next again it will start from 1. So continuously we will get these values. Now checking, running the program. If you can see, we can check. It is a little bit difficult to identify, so I am entering a delay into the program. I have entered one delay here by using the for loop. Now running the program. If we carefully see, positive value increasing, then negative value decreasing, positive value increasing up to 32,767. This minus is decreasing. Class already started up to 32,767, again minus. So we are getting the perfect result. Now say I have changed the program. The variable I, which is short integer type variable, and initial value of I is say 5000. When this program will be executed, the initial value of I will be stored into the memory location, which is 5000. Now while I means, what will be the value of I here? The value of I will be 5000. So 5000 is a positive integer, so no doubt it will give the true logic. So it will enter into the body of the while loop and it will print the value of I. What will be the value? Value of I is now 5000. So on the screen we will get the value 5000. Now it will come to I++. So the value of I will be incremented by 1. So next value will be 5001. It will return back to the while to check whether the logic is true or false. So while loop, here 5001, value of I is 5001 now. So 5001, no doubt a true value. It will enter here. Again it will print 5001. It will increment. So next value is 5002. It will again return back as 5002 is true. So it will enter. So how long this will continue? So what will happen here is, as this is short integer type data, so we should remember the limit circle of this short integer type data. So this will increment up to 32,767 for positive value. The next value will be minus 32,768. Value of I now is minus 32,768. So no doubt it is logic true. So it will enter here, it will print and it will increase the value of I. So again it will start from here and ultimately it will reach to the value of -1. So when the value of I is -1, then this is also a true value, so it will be printed here. What will be the next value? The next value in that limit circle is 0. So next value will be 0. When the 0 will be here, in the condition the 0 gives logic 0 signal, so it will not enter into the body, means the while loop will be terminated. So what value we will get? We will get starting value 5000, ultimately it will reach to this value, then again it will start from this value, and ultimately the loop will be terminated with the output of -1. Now checking, running the program. Now say the output, which one is the final output? Say the final output value of I is -1. Now checking, which one is the starting output? Say the starting value of I is 5000. So it started from 5000, 5001, 5002, and ultimately it reaches to positive value of 32,767. See, where is that value? Say here is that value. I is equal to 32,767 with positive. Next value is minus 32,768, and ultimately it will terminate with the value of -1. So the program works perfectly. Now again changing the program a little. Now say the program is, we have taken a character type variable and initial value of this character is 100. So when this will executed, then value of 100 will be stored inside the variable ch. Next, while ++ch. So when this will be executed, what will happen? As this is having a pre-increment, so first it will be incremented by 1, so the value will be 101, and then this value will be substituted here. So in this condition it will be 101. Now 101 is no doubt a true value, so it will enter into the while body. When it will enter into while body, the value of ch will be placed or will be printed at this %d location. So ultimately on the screen we will get output as 101. This will be the first output. It will return to while statement. What will happen here? Again ++ch. So the value of ch will be incremented by 1. We will get 102, and here it will be 102. 102 is again the true value. It will enter here. It will be printed. So first increment, next it will be printed. So ultimately we will get 102 here. Again it will return back. Now how long it will continue like this, or what will be the ultimate outputs on the screen? What will be the total values? If we want to know it, similarly we should know limit circle of character type data. What is that? We have used the character as signed character. So this is the signed character circle. What are the total values? The range of the signed character is, it will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, ultimate 127. Next it will start from -128, -127, it will come to -1, again it will start from 0 to like this. So this is the total circuit. This is the total circle for signed character type data. So the value of character variable will follow this circle. What will happen in this case? The value of ch will be incremented like this. When the value of ch will be 127, so here it will be 127 true, it will be printed. So ultimately it will come to 127. Next it will return. What will happen? It will again increment here. So the next value will be -128. Whether -120 is true or false? Yes, it is true. So it will print here. So the next value will be -128. Next it will be incremented. It will be -127. It will be printed. Next, ultimately it will reach to -1. It will reach to -1. When the value of ch will be -1, that will be substituted here, and it will be printed here -1. Next it will return. What will be the next value? the next value of minus 1 is 0. So when here inside the condition the value of 0 will be there, then it will provide logic 0, so the while loop will be terminated. Ultimately, which are the values we got? The last value is minus 1 and the initial value is 1, 0, 1. Now checking, running the program. Yes, quickly we got the result. See here, the last value is minus 1. Now checking the initial value, I am going upward. Say initial value is 1, 0, 1. So we got perfect result. Now for better understanding, say I am changing here, instead of plus plus ch, I am writing here ch plus plus. So what will be the result? Result will be 100 to 0. Try it yourself. Now say I want to print the value of 1 to 10 using this while loop. I started the program like this. Initial value of I is 1. So in the memory location 1 will be stored. While I means value of I is 1. So it will enter into here. Now what I have used here? I plus plus means there is a post increment. What will happen? First it will place the value. So the value of I means 1 will be printed here. So at the output I will get 1. Next what will happen? This is a post increment. So value of I will be incremented by 1, that is I will be 2. Next it will return to the while statement. Now the value of I is 2. So while 2 it is again true value, it will come here and it will print first 2, then it will increment the value of I as 3. 3 is here, again 3 is true, it will come here. This will continue and it will never be terminated. What we need, we want to get the value 1 to 10, means last value we should get as 10. So no doubt for terminating the program we must change the condition inside this while statement. What we can write here? The value of I should be less than 10 or equal to 10. So what will happen? When the value of I will be less than 10, then this will be true. So up to 9, no doubt it will be printed at the output. Then also 10 less or is equal to 10, it will provide logic true signal and it will print. Next what will happen? The value of I will be incremented by 1, means when the value of I will be 11, after 10 will be 11, what will happen? This will be 11, 11 less or is equal to 10. This will provide logic 0 signal. So as this will provide logic 0 signal, it will terminate the program. So ultimately what we will get at the output? We will get 1, 2, 3, 4, ultimately 10. Running the program and see whether it is working or not. Say the output. Starting output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now for learning, if we change the program like this, this is plus plus I instead of I plus plus. What will be the output? Initial value of I is 1. When this is 1 less or is equal to 10, yes, this is true, it will come here. So the value of I will be incremented first. So the value will be 2, then that value 2 will be printed here. So the starting value will be 2. Now it is 2. 2 is less or is equal to 10. So it will provide the logic true signal. Again it will print, but which value it will print? 3. Next it will enter 3 is less or is equal to 10. This will continue. Ultimately, when the value of I will be 10, what will happen? 10 less or is equal to 10. So this is true. What will be the output? It will first increment. So the value will be 11 and that will be printed. So ultimately which value we will get? We will get from 2 to 11. See whether we are getting this result or not. Running the program. Say the value started from 2 to value finished with 11. So program works perfectly. Now say I want to print even numbers in between 1 to 10. Now how to print 1 to 10 already we know. This is just previous program. Initial value of I is 1. While the value of I is less or is equal to 10, it will be printed here. Value of I will be incremented. Again it will come to while loop and this will continue. But we want to get only the even numbers at the output. Now how we can get that? To get only the even numbers, we must put a condition. We may use the condition using if. How we can define whether the value of I is even or not? If we divide by 2 and if that number is divisible by 2, then no doubt number is even number. So that condition is established here. What is the condition? I modulo 2 means remainder. If that remainder is equal to 0, for the case of even number, this will be 0. So 0 equal 0, no doubt it will give a logic true signal. So for the case of even number, this condition will provide logic on signal. And inside the if instruction, what is there? It is printf. This printf instruction which will print the value of I. So when the number is even, then only it will enter into this instruction. For the case of odd number, this will be logic 0. So it will not enter, it will directly come to here and there is a free statement out of this if instruction. Because no bracket has been used here, so only the single instruction will be inside the if statement. So for the case of odd number, this will provide logic 0 signal, so it will come to here, it will increment the number. So which number will be printed? Only the even number will be printed. Means this instruction will be executed only the number is even. So as this I plus plus, this value of I is no doubt incrementing, so I will increment from 1 to 10 because the condition is I less or is equal to 10. When the value of I will be 11, then the while loop will be terminated. So ultimately we will get the even numbers in between 1 to 10. Now see whether we are getting the output or not. Running the program. See here we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So the program works perfectly. So we got idea on while loop in C programming. We have discussed while loop with different examples. In next tutorial, I will discuss nested while loop and do while loop. Please subscribe. Put your comments and queries in comment section.